Kamala Harris. Is it excitement or relief that she's anyone but Biden? The political environment can change in an instant. The fortunes for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris changed that quickly 1 week ago. Joe Biden will now go down in history as a one-term failed president, and Kamala Harris will forever be known as the saboteur from within the Democratic Party. Of course, she couldn't do it alone. She had the help behind the scenes from the five families of the Democratic Party: the Obamas, the Clintons, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries. 1 week after the successful coup, Democrats are giddy with excitement of how their political fortunes have changed. Yes, Democrats now have 4 paths to victory instead of 1, as I wrote in this blog last week, but that is still short of Trump's 8 paths to victory. The Democratic Party, including the mainstream media, quickly coalesced behind the worst vice president in history. Are people really excited about Kamala Harris, or is the electorate breathing a sigh of relief that Biden has effectively been cast aside? The short answer is that time will tell, but there is little to be excited about with Kamala Harris unless you agree with diminishing your voting power by allowing illegals the ability to vote. Illegals don't have a right to vote. Continuing policies that brought the worst inflation in a generation. Prices remain up 20%. Continue eroding women's rights by allowing men to participate in women's sports. Continuing the foreign policy failures of the Biden administration that has brought 2 new wars to the world and allowed our adversaries a major foothold in Cuba and the Gulf of Mexico. The Washington Post touts Harris's foreign policy experience as taking 4 trips to Asia while vice president. A labor force participation rate that is lower than it was during COVID, 62.5% versus 63.3%. And you support lying to the American people about Biden's health crisis for Harris's personal political gain. There is little the Biden-Harris administration can brag about. I understand the relief that Democrats must be feeling with Biden no longer leading their failed ticket, but their prospects did not get better by nominating his cohort in crime that led to the failed policies of the Biden-Harris administration. The excitement for her candidacy will soon be replaced by the reality that it is simply relief of dumping Biden and then acceptance of their domestic and foreign policy failures. It makes logical sense that the race will reset to the point it was prior to Biden's disastrous debate, but nothing is going to save Harris from the catastrophic policies she helped implement and support. Harris will continue to take America in the wrong direction, but will accelerate our decline over the cliff like the ending of Thelma and Louise.